Welcome to our video presentation.
About ESG in sustainable banking, the full breakdown.
So what is ESG? ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. You have probably heard about the term, but what does it mean for the banks? ESG isn't just about being green. It is about how the banks manage the risk, create long-term value, and earn public trust.
So, in this video, we will explore how banks profit from sustainability without falling into greenwashing, the hidden risks of ignoring ESG, and what regulators in Malaysia and beyond are expecting today.
Let's get started with the basic of how ESG is transforming the banking world. My friends will be discussing about this in the next part. So, let's go!
When people hear ESG, they often think about the environment first, but it's more than just planting trees or reducing carbon. ESG is also a strategic business decision. It is about building long-term value. So, Shafinas, how are modern banks integrating ESG into their day-to-day operations?
For me, banks are increasingly embedding ESG into their core of strategy through three camps. The SWAG approach. First thing first is risk management. Risk management is banks are not longer only looking at the credit score or balance sheet. Now they are assessing environmental and social risk before approving the loan. For example, many institutions automatically flag or even reject the finance request from companies involved in the deforestation, illegal mining or high emission sector. This discussion reduces long-term exposure to potential regular and climate-related financial risks. Second is green investment. Green investment is about banks are not just avoiding harm, but they are also actively finding solutions. For example, CIMB Bank, they are doing the green deposit program. This invite direct customer deposit into energy projects such as solar farm, wind power, and low carbon infrastructure. Third is AI powered ESG reporting. For this one, there are help of emerging technology like artificial intelligence AI and a big data. Banks are now tracking ESG performance, high protection. For instance, some of banks calculate the CO2 emission pouring land. So the real time their dashboard can also flag the risk like labor valuation or governance red flag in finance company. That are three K that we need to know.
Okay, that's very impressive, but some might still ask, can ESG be profitable or it is just an ethical obligation?
That's a great question. The answer is a surrounding yes. ESG is not good. It's not just good ethics. It's a smart business. For example, their HSBC internal findings. Clients who met ESG standard of 30% lower loan, deferral of rate that harsh. It means better the credit performance, more the resilience portfolio, and reduce for the risk there. At the end of the day, ESG is not just about the compliment or reputation, but it's about building a more stable for future proof of financial system that can weather market of great question and global challenge. Why deliver? Rethink that matter.
Let's talk about environmental deep dive. Climate change is no longer a distant problem, it's a present-day financial threat. What this book, supply chain, drought impact, agriculture and extreme wealth, increases insurance claim and long demand. Banks are waking up to the fact that environmental damage carries real economic consequences. To adapt, banks are embedding environmental consideration directly into their financial product and lending criteria. Here how. First is pricing carbon equivalent. Some banks are starting to price carbon emission into lending decisions, offering better terms to business with lower footprint. For example, OCBC Ecolons even lower interest rate to companies investing in significant green projects, such as energy efficiency building or electric grid. Second is divesting from more institutions are moving their capital away from harmful sectors. DBS, one of Asia's larger banks, made headline by coming to exit the financial industry. A bold move in a region where fossil fuels depend strong. But not all banks are alike. Indonesian banks structured Indonesian RI, for instance, continues to financial up to 19 coal-fired power plants, situation of Bolivian constituency.
But the issue is not if one bank exits and another step to fill the gap is the real progress or just greenwashing in disguise.
Exactly, that's why region alignment is critical. To start with, Asian introduced the Asian taxonomy for sustainable finance, a unified framework that defines what counts as green across Southeast Asia. Each of them, investor and regulators, is the same ESG language, so the sustainability trends are held to consistent stand.
So it's not just about the
Without such a framework, one country green bond could be other greenwash loan. The Asian taxonomy causes that loophole by promoting transparency, credibility, and comparability in environmental financial across borders.
So it's just about one of them does. It's about the collective responsibility and region-wide coordination.
Let's turn our attention to the S and G in ESG, which is social and governance. Some critics say that the social pillar is a vague or difficult to manage, but in reality, it's got a tangible power. And can social impact really drive value, or it is just a feel-good concept? The numbers tell a powerful story. Research from McKinsey show that companies, especially in the banking sector, with at least 30% female representation on their boards, see up to 56% higher return on equity. This is just a soft impact. Its financial performance directly tied to inclusive leadership. Takes bank mandates from instance. It didn't adopt ESG principles just from branding. Third is ESG arrived microfinance program. The bank helped like over 2 million Indonesians out to property by supporting small business and underserved rural communities.
Let's not forget about governments. It's about the backbone of ESG. If governance fails, ESG fails. After one NDB scandal in Malaysia, where the billion were misused, public trust was shattered. In response, Bank Negara Malaysia mandated AI-driven fraud detection system for ESG reporting to boost the transparency and accountability. But the challenge ongoing. Remember of the DBS Bank in 2023, it was fined for misreporting the environmental impact of the green bonds. It was reminded that without strong governance structure, even well-intentioned ESG entities can turn into the greenwashing.
That is exactly why strong governance is not just a checkbox. It is the force that ensures ESG principles are valid and lived out, not just printed in glossy report. Policies, audit and transparent disclosure. This makes ESG is actionable, measurable and trustworthy. When governance is weak, ESG becomes a PR tool, but when it is strong, ESG becomes a catalyst for ethical business and social progress.
Now that we've seen how ESG works, let's talk about how the real world challenges. For the first challenge, it is profit pressure. ESG investment don't always give quick returns. In fact, some may take 5 to 7 years to become profitable. And many banks are pressured to show short-term gains. Here's the scary part. Not all ESG claims are real. In 2024, the SEC reported that 41% of ESG marketing claims were misleading. That's called greenwashing, pretending to be eco-friendly without real action. Not all ESG claims are real. ESG rules aren't the same everywhere. In Malaysia, Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) has guidelines, but they are not as strict as the European Union's. This creates confusion, loopholes, and slow down global ESG progress. So yes, ESG is powerful, but it is also vulnerable. Banks that ignore these challenges might lose investor trust, customer loyalty, and even their license to operate. The stakes are high, and the future depends on how banks respond. So ESG isn't just a responsibility, it is a smart strategy for the future of banking. That's all from me and my friends. Thank you for watching. And remember, your money is your voice. Let us speak for the better future.